My little thing is that saying you've always heard, don't criticize somebody until you've walked a mile in their boots. Guess what? He has walked thousands of miles in yours. And He knows exactly what it is to be a man, because He was made to be a man. He partook, the Hebrew writer says, of these same things. He probably wouldn't have gotten nervous, but I can tell you one thing, he couldn't have lived here without having this. Because you and I have got to have it, and because we're human beings, and guess what? He was too, and he had to have it. And so when he got out there in that desert land on those hot, dry days and walked for miles and miles as he went to one village to another, he had to have some of that or he wouldn't have been able to make it. And I can tell you that something else. He didn't cheat. You know what I'm saying? He could have cheated, because here's what we'll try to do. We're going to put him in a bubble. We're going to put him with a little force field around us. Oh, he didn't get really hot like we got. He didn't get really tired like he did. He had Superman cape on underneath that garment under there. It didn't bother him. It didn't hurt him. Don't you think that way for 1 second. Because if you do, you will cheapen him. And he is not to be cheapened. He lived life like you and me. I like to say at the end of the day, if you'd got close to him, you'd have smelled him. Just like you would of us. I don't know this to be true, but I suspect he had stomach virus sometime in his life. Why wouldn't he? He's experienced in life as you and I do. But I'll tell you one thing about his humanity. He had to experience things that I never had to experience. I've never been spat. Nobody ever spit on me in the face. Nobody ever told me that they believed that I was a prince of the devil, that the devil had sent me into this world, and that I was not who I said I was, but that I was somebody else. I never had a crown of thorns put on my head. I've never been crucified. The Bible makes that point. If you're suffering as a Christian, I doubt if very many of us have suffered to the point of shedding blood. But Jesus has. I'm not sure he doesn't know more about the challenges and difficulties about being a man than I do. Don't cheapen him. Thank God that in this marvelous plan that he sent his son into the world to live the life that you and I live, so that he could be our high priest and so that he could help. He doesn't help angels. They didn't need the Son of God. He helps the seed of Abraham. I take that to mean people. He helps people. And he can help people because he knows what it is to be a human being. He knows how we feel. He knows how we suffered. He knows how we struggled. He has been tempted in all points like as we, yet without sin. A high priest under the old law could sympathize with his brothers and sisters because he was a human being. Our great high priest can sympathize with us because he knows what it is to be a human being.